Welcome back to EMU Hockey Check. It's time now to look back at the home-and-home series against Adrian College. First Friday night, it was at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. Friday's first period was uneventful with no goals and only a few penalties to Adrian. But then at the 1:42 mark of the second, the floodgates open.
It's picked up by Kevin Arabejo. The control quickly lost to Adrian College, who will move on in with a chance out in front, and they score with a 3-on-1, or what became a 3-on-2. It was just a give and go. There wasn't too much Eric Sharp could do about that.
Then just 51 seconds later, the Bulldogs would strike again.
Shot scored from the blue line just off the face-off. Oh boy, that one didn't take long.
Adrian wasn't through with their early period attack. They would put EMU on their heels and score once more just 36 seconds later.
Once again regaining possession inside the Eastern Michigan zone are the Bulldogs, keeping it at the point, looking for a place to reach as far as Sharp. Sharp looking for a chance, and they lose it again, and it's out in front. A goal scored, and just like that, it has become a 3-0 hockey game, and we have yet to play 4 minutes. We've barely played
3 goals in less than 3 minutes was all it took for an EMU goalie change, so Rob Cupid took over for Eric Sharp, who we would find out later was battling the flu. The only other goal of the period was at the 13:02 mark by Adrian's Eberlein.
Looking for a way in is Zach Fowler, looking for someone across, and it's picked up at the point, and the shot right out in front, and a chance, and they score! And
the Eagles just couldn't get the game turned around after the second period onslaught, but forward Joe Schweiger would continue his scoring streak.
Still looking for that first goal this evening are the Eagles, with another chance out in front is Nielsen, who's gotten a considerably noticeable amount of ice time and has taken advantage of it.
Yeah, he's been solid tonight. He's really stepped up, and it'd be nice to see him hit the score sheet.
They still have yet to cross that goal line, and they do! They finally score! It looks like it may have been Joe Schweiger for his 5th goal of the season, that he was at the right place at the right time, found a loose puck just out in front of the goal crease of Anthony.
Schweiger would then add another goal at 19:34, but it wouldn't be enough as the Eagles lost their 3rd straight game 4-2.
And the draw will be won by Eastern Michigan to the left of Anthony Wollock, and it's kept inside the Adrian zone. 40 seconds on the clock. Sutton behind the net, looking for a man out in front. Now it's picked up by Schweiger, who's behind the net. Schweiger with a chance. It's sent across the crease, and here's a chance, and they score!
Saturday's first period ended the same way as Friday with a scoreless tie, but most of the play was dictated by the Eagles.
But the Eagles still have control. Now here's a chance for Nielsen with a chance, and it's just wide of the net inside the zone of Adrian College. And another chance for Nielsen, and he gets a shot off, and that one is finally deflected wide. Well, you had 2 or 3 good chances there coming from Nielsen. It will come if you just keep on pressing.
You got to hit that net. If he hits that net on the first opportunity, it's in.
They got only 1 or 2 out of 3, but they're certainly pressing at this point. The puck's still loose now out in front. Here's a chance for Nielsen again on the backhand, and again another chance by Nielsen. The puck just refusing to go past the shoulders of Tim McDougall, and so it's been kept out. Here's another chance by Wilson.
We're down here with Coach Davis, and after 1 period of play, a scoreless draw right now. But pretty satisfied with how your team came out here in the first period?
Yeah, definitely. I think we carried our emotion from last night into the first period. We're out shooting them 13-6. We're getting some power play opportunities. Need to start executing.
And Rob Cupid playing well for the kind of under the weather there, Eric Sharp. Happy with how he's playing?
Yeah, definitely happy with the way he's come out. He played strong last night. We were going to start him either way. Sharp was sick when we got here, but Cupid had the start regardless.
All right, appreciate it, Coach. Best of luck in the second period.
All right, thanks.
In the second period, the Bulldogs opened the scoring at 24 seconds.
Play almost immediately making its way into the Adrian zone, with the Eagles now skating from our rights to our left, with Mark Eberle now pressing in the neutral zone. Here's a chance, and they score!
Short time after that, Eastern's Kevin Arabejo got a breakaway, which led to EMU's first penalty shot of the year.
Nonetheless, here's a break at the blue line for Kevin Arabejo with a chance out in front, who had a quick break, and a rebound is left for John Sutton.
Definitely a penalty. I'm not too sure if I didn't see what he did there. It could have been a penalty shot, actually.
Already down a goal, but the Eastern Michigan Eagles have been awarded a penalty shot.
A huge opportunity to tie up this game,
There's
obviously.
the whistle, and away he goes. Crossing up over the blue line now, here's Arabeo with the one-on-one on the backhand, back to the forehand, and he's stopped by McDougal.
The Eagles were looking to get on the scoreboard, and that would begin at the 3:37 mark on the power play.
Here's a shot, and they score from the point. It's Kevin Lapointe who was fed a pass from Joe Schweiger.
So his first night to ever play defense, Kevin Lapointe scores EMU's first goal, and they just kept coming after that.
There's the neutral zone where it's turned over by Eastern, and the Eagles will send it right back in. Keeping it in at the blue line is Joe Patricius. Patricius handing it off to Sutton. Sutton going into the corner with Patricius. And those two will find its way out, and they score! It's Shornaby, who was waiting in front of the crease for a loose puck, and it came along.
Eastern easily with their best period, and they're just getting better as the periods come along.
Here's a chance out in front for Shornaby. Shot, and he scores! 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second period. 4-2 in favor of Eastern Michigan. Here's a shot by Schweiger up over the left shoulder, and he scores! And just like that, the Eastern Michigan Eagles have scored their 5th goal of the period and take a 5-2 lead.
Eastern, in need of a win, was not going to surrender any more goals to Adrian, but would net one more at the 13:13 mark of the third.
Both teams now at full strength as Conley is back out on the ice alongside Cam Wilson. Here's a shot from Wilson and another chance here. Sutton with a drive, and he scores! Sutton, who picked up a rebound off the shot from Conley and some help from Wilson, had a wide open net and got a backhanded top shelf shot off of that play.
Here with Kevin Lapointe. Kevin, congratulations on a great game, one of the stars of the game, a goal and 2 assists tonight. It must feel good to be back on the scoreboard.
Yeah, definitely. We had a slow weekend last weekend in terms of offense. It's good to get on the board this weekend for sure.
I don't know off the top of my head what you had last season, but I was a little surprised. You were very effective in the games that we did lose. How did you get back on the board? I mean, what did you do?
I just tried to tell myself to keep shooting the puck. That's the only way you're going to score is if you shoot the puck. So this puck's on net, get to the net. I was actually playing D this weekend, so, I just tried to, read plays and, get the puck up to the forwards so they could do their job.
Is that unusual for you to play D?
Yeah, it was actually the first time I ever played it. Coach met with me earlier this week, asked me if I'd be willing to do it, and I said I'd give it a try, so it worked out.
How's it feel back there for you then?
It's a little different, just reading plays and, just gap control, stuff like that. It's a little different, but I'm getting used to it.
Here with Ian Shornaby. Ian, congrats on a great weekend. You had an assist last night and 2 goals and assists tonight. You're getting things going.
Yeah, thanks. It was good to I didn't play much last week and got an unfortunate call, sat out. So it feels good to be back on the ice.
You're obviously one of the better scorers on the team. There's no denying that. How did the game disqualification last week affect your game? Did it affect it at all, maybe?
Yeah, it took me a little bit more to get going, and after yesterday I had a little tough getting going, and today it felt a lot better, and we pulled off a win.
What do you think about the Adrian team? What was tough to beat on them?
They're real physical, and it's hard to get your stick on the puck in front of the net. But other than that, we battled through everything and came out on top.
Anything you want to say about your upcoming game against Michigan State?
As long as we keep moving forward, I think we're going to have a good rest of the season.
And the guys are on a win streak now, 1 game, so that might help, right?
Yeah, it always helps to have a win on your back.
Here with EMU coach Chad Davis. Chad, let's talk about Friday night's game first. Just 3 goals within a few minutes from Eric Sharp was a very unlikely situation from him the way he's been playing, huh?
Yeah, it's just one of those things, some bad bounces, and we didn't pull him out because of his performance. It was more to get some energy for the guys and give, Rob Cupid an opportunity. We got 3 goalies, and we're all very confident in them, and I think everyone needs a shot, so it was a perfect opportunity to put them in.
Now, I talked with him tonight, and he apparently said he is fighting the flu. Were you aware of that when you put him in yesterday?
No, I wasn't. I was aware when I walked in the locker room today, and his head was over the garbage can, and he said he wasn't feeling too well. But we already decided that Rob was going to go tonight and get the start regardless, and he stood on his head for us.
Rob played very well. And what about Joe Schweigert? Obviously, I've been with the team 4 out of the past 5 years, and I think he is probably the best player I've ever seen play for EMU in that time.
He's been excellent for us. He's averaging 2 goals a game, And he's really getting a little more vocal on the bench as well. He's a smart hockey player. He knows where to be, and I know that's going to continue for him for the rest of the season.